This laptop sucks. Every time I try to do anything, it just directs me to the next channel. You know what? That's it. I'm done. You know what? I quit. I'm done. Stupid piece of shit. Wait a minute. What's that? Oh my god. Are you kidding me? Look at this thing. This is like a $1,000 laptop. Dude, I cannot wait to start editing on this thing.
What's up, YouTube? How's everybody out there doing today?
Oh, this is disgusting. What is that? Is that Branson? Is that tap dancing crab demon? Is that nightmare? Is that true nightmare?
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to RFR. Hope you guys had a happy Thanksgiving. Just got back from a little family get-together, hanging out. It was a great time. If you guys missed my last video, go check it out. It was a really fun vid to make. Anyway, in this video, I really want to discuss like everything that's just been going on the internet lately. It's just been super hectic the past couple weeks. Sorry about it being dark out, guys. I need to pick up my leaves. I just got back, like I said, from a family get-together for Thanksgiving, and now the sun just sets incredibly too early. So, back on the Xterra. Yeah, I know you guys are excited about this. The light bar. I wanted to address this really quick for my benefit. I know it's super boring and super entertaining for you guys to look at this thing. But anyway, the light bar. Let me give you an in-depth look on this thing. So in the truck itself, where it comes in through the firewall, you can see on my switch here, this is ripped off of an old biological safety cabinet. About 2% of the people even know what I'm talking about right now. It's meant for clean rooms and pharmacies, so this isn't even meant to be like inside of a truck. It's meant to be in some like hospital clean room. But I have 3 switches coming off of it. Here's what I can assume. The one black wire at the very top is the power wire, the middle wire is your neutral, and the bottom wire is the ground. So by neutral, I mean the negative wire. So this is where it'll eventually come in and fit in here, which kind of sucks because it's like, it fits so well, and you guys are like, you need to get one with a relay. It's like, well, how do I get one with a relay where I don't have to cut out the interior of my truck, which would just look absolutely terrible. So let's pop the hood, and I'll be able to show you guys like 100% how the wire actually runs. So I heard thicker gauge, which I'm totally cool with hearing that. Like, I understand getting thicker gauge, which is fine. But another suggestion was to put it, see how it's on that little nut there? And actually like to put it on like where the terminal like connects to the battery. I feel like that would be better. Get a thicker gauge wire, and you guys are saying like make the feed not as long, but like that's nearly impossible to do without like trying, because I have to get the whole to the opposite side of the engine bay and then somehow run it through the firewall, get it back out here. The ground connections, this one is on bare metal as far as I can tell. Like it's on bare metal. This one, it's painted, but like whenever I screwed it down, it was scratching and making all sorts of noise. So at some point it's touching bare metal, and I really hate to like pull it apart that much and sand it down. But if that's really what it is, it's just there's so many components into this stupid light bar. But as far as I can tell, I've addressed all the issues, and we're gonna see if we can't get this thing to work in the next episode. Cook guys also threw a K&N inside of the Volkswagen. So I actually want to know which one you guys want to see videos on more of, like the Volkswagen or the Nissan. So lots of stuff going on with YouTube lately, and the internet in general, I guess, because it's just been a whirlwind with everything going on. I feel like the car community, with everything bad that's been going on with the internet, they've been able to stay away from. And this is like the new, I don't want to say, it's not a rapture for the internet, but it has great potential to be a negative thing. And what I'm talking about, I'm sure you've heard about, I'm sort of being a dead horse here, is net neutrality, which is not a good thing as far as I can tell. The political stances behind it seem pretty weak. Usually there's 2 sides to an argument. This one doesn't really seem to have that many good things going for it. All I can see that is going good for it is that corporations are sort of the ones that are getting and it's not the user. But after you break it down, the corporations are what's going to bring it down on the user. So it's like, okay, Google has to pay, say, so many million more dollars a year for Verizon to give them better internet access to their website, and it's higher speed. So overall, the consumer's getting higher internet access and better speeds. But then it's like, but you also have to pay for these, and it's like, so that's not a good thing. It should just be 100% trying your best as hard as you can. Obviously, Verizon already charges, like, if you want this package for 150 megabits of internet or whatever the measurement is, you have to pay this much more a month, and it's some ridiculous price, which is not a good thing. I don't agree with this monopolizing the internet between AT&T, Comcast, and Verizon. Now, monopolizing is kind of hard to do whenever you have 3 companies. That's a healthy, in the capitalist like world, a healthy competition like between 3 companies to go back and forth. But when everyone's in cahoots, it might as well be a monopolization. It's not a good thing, and shit rolls downhill. So if this starts at the corporate level, it'll eventually go down through Google. Google owns YouTube. YouTube employs the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people, and people like Nick, Andy, Mike, all these great guys who make videos and for the most part, most of them make a living off of it. At least helps with their yearly living and what they're able to do in life. So it definitely will hurt. I don't want to say the big creators because they've already made it. They could stop tomorrow and it's fine. But these small YouTubers, it's really gonna hurt. And I still consider Mike a small YouTuber. In the grand scheme of things, I think like his Social Blade rank is like within like 5 figures. So it's not, he's not that famous. So if I don't even consider him famous, like think of how like I feel or you watching feel. I see like a lot of people have been commenting lately on the videos like, hey, I'm a young car YouTuber too. Like young is in the sense of like I'm growing as a channel. My channel's just launched like a month ago. Like I'm gonna try and get something going. So if it's gonna make it hard on like PewDiePie, think how hard it'll make it on Mike. And then think how hard it'll make it on us. It's just, it's not a good thing. And I, short of like saying, putting hashtag net neutrality on Twitter, it's very, you feel helpless. Like, what are you gonna do besides write your congressman? And nothing really gets done there other than like just your voice is being heard. And it's the voice of many. Like the voice of one person doesn't mean anything, but everyone combining and conquering here is what I would love to see. And it's just, I don't want to sit idly by and just let this happen. I'm sure some people want to know what my opinion on the whole Andy, like, Nick thing that's going on right now, and I'll give you guys my opinion. Here it is. I don't have an opinion. And the reason I don't publicly share my opinion is because it's none of my business what's going on, and I feel like it's just between a guy and his mechanic. I feel like that's kind of like the guy code with stuff like that, and I'm sure anyone talking right now knows what I'm talking about. It's just like sort of a sacred thing. I know it sounds kind of gay, but that's sort of what it is. If there's anything positive that you think could come out of this that doesn't affect like us lonesome YouTubers and like what would help us out, because all I can see is it just helps out these big corporations. So let me know down below. I haven't asked this yet, guys, but I would really appreciate a subscribe, comment, like, all that stuff just to get the channel kickstarted. And I want to just show that like the subscribers that are here now will be taken care of like in the future of the channel. Like if the channel ever gets big, I don't want to sound like egotistical here and like I'm way too big already. It's just it's none of that. But I would really appreciate some support here on out. I know that you guys. There's been some comments of other car YouTubers like, hey, I'm just starting out, like this is my first car channel, like I'd love to collab and stuff like that. That's awesome. Definitely more of that in the future. Like you guys won't be forgotten. This is like the club, and it's filling up fast. So I hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving, great weekend. But until next time, guys, take care.